around. Films, round and round and round. Because they can't invent anything new, because it's impossible.
There's only one thing that's original there.
What?
That's integrity.
Integrity? Well, it's a principle.
It is a principle.
Isn't it? So it's like law. If you break law down and you look at the construct of law, law doesn't exist in its own right. It can't. It's impossible. Law only exists through legal mechanisms, the legal processes. That's the only way law can be created. There is no law. There's principles. You live by principles. So what they've created is a world where you live by law, but it happens to be theirs. And they make the rules up as they're going along. And you will do this, this, and this, and this, and if you don't do it, you will be punished for that. But there is no law. People keep telling me there's law of nature. No, there ain't no laws in nature. There ain't no policeman in nature going along and saying, look, Mr. Lion, you must do that. Otherwise, we are going to penalise you. There is no law. And it doesn't. And when people say, well, because nature does this, 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 that's law, I said, no, it's a principle. We carry principles. We carry morality.
So Newton's law, for instance, has just been labelled as such
exactly.
by us.
What did Newton discover? What did he?
Gravity.
What? Gravity. What? Because an apple fell out of a tree and hit him on the head, right? So what did he discover? He didn't actually discover anything at all. Absolutely, and had been happening millions of times previous. He noticed.
He confirmed that.
He noticed that it was happening. Same as any scientist. They notice something's going on. That's all they do. They don't actually create anything. They just notice it. Oh well, if I mix that with that, that happens. But it was always going to happen. It's just, yeah. So it's not new. Nothing's new. We haven't got the mental capacity to develop something new. We can only work on pre-given information. And it really messes people's heads up, this.
It's the internet. Is the internet not new?
But the internet only mimics something that we could do.
No, faster, quicker, to more people.
But the internet is so
Ethernet.
archaic.
Is there an Ethernet then?
But the Ethernet's internal, when it's an integral thing inside a building. The internet is external. The Ethernet, or intranet, is within a building, one building.
Surely there's adventures like the TV, the camera there.
But
But
TV,
do you mean
what's this based
in the
on?
sense?
It's based on plastic and cathode ray
Right.
oscilloscopes or whatever.
It's based on your eyes.
Yeah.
It's only your eyes. That's all.
So is this just semantics? We're saying that
What's
creation is a. Let's define creation. What is creation then?
Well, creation. How do you define creation?
Well, nothing gets created out of nothing. So if you say I created that, there was pieces of plastic. It was raw materials before it was around. Someone moulded it and used it to.
Well, what if it was made out of wood?
Well, it could be made out of wood. Some TVs are made out of wood.
But
have bits of glass in them, bits of vacuums and bits of whatever.
But the thing is, I'm talking about the idea behind this.
Yeah.
That came from us.
Yeah, the idea, yes. But the...
Well, no, the idea is that from these things, all that is like looking through someone else's eyes. Maybe you can do that already, you just don't know you can do it. Maybe you can remember what your ancestors saw. Maybe you can see through the right. Maybe a past life experience is viewing through someone's eyes, just like a camera. Maybe it's just like watching television.
So are you intimating that telepathy is...
No, nothing.
Okay.
Telepathy,
sort of
and in
So
my view...
memories.
Memories. That's the key here.
So what you've
memories.
stored.
Okay.
Memories.
That impression you get if you go somewhere, you think you've been there before.
Deja vu.
Yeah.
Classic
You've never
one.
been there,
Right.
but
So we're
you
talking
recognise
about Matrix movie here, aren't we, really?
No, we're not talking
We're
about...
just plugged into something and we're subverted to
No,
reality.
okay, alright, let's take this another step, right? If your mind can only work on pre-given information, which it can, let's take the mind, right?
Right.
The mind is the most phenomenal computer ever built, yeah?
Right, yeah.
That's what they say,
Yeah?
And if you build a computer, you can build a computer on the power and the complexity of the mind, because that's how computer processing works. If you actually look at a processor and you look at it properly, it's only pathways. So all it is pathways through, and accelerated pathways. Well, that's what the mind does, it accelerates things. So if you've got that, they designed a computer on us. Without a doubt, that's where the idea came for a computer. It's based on us. Now, you get this super powerful computer and don't give it any information, don't give it nothing. What can it do?
Nothing, because it needs experience.
Right.
If you get a baby and you enclose it in a dark thing and it lives till 30 or whatever, it knows nothing, it knows no language, it knows no concept of what is light, what is anything. So it's just experience.
Well, no. It doesn't. It's not that he doesn't know what these things are. It just can't give it a name.
Well, if it's in total darkness, it doesn't even have the concept of what is what, you know.
No, but it will do over in time. If you allow the baby to, you don't teach a baby anything, and you just let things be. In time, it will recognise things in its own way.
Oh, yeah.
The only difference is it won't put names or labels to things.
That's fine.
Right. So pre-given information. So you can only work. You get a classic example. Go to a child and say, "Please explain the workings of an internal combustion engine." The child's going to look at you and go, "Yeah, right, okay." I say, "Okay, well look, you watch this film, then you read this book, and then I'll sit and explain to you how this works, and then tell me." And they'll only repeat what you've told them. That's all they're ever going to do. So that's what a computer can't do anything unless you give it something to work with. Pre-given information. If that's the case, then that means we can't create anything new. It's impossible. Because if it was the case that we could, then when we were born, we'd know everything. We wouldn't have to be told. Now this really messes with people's heads. It messes, but I started to realise there was something at play here about the mind, because I've looked at how deceptive all the systems are out there. And I looked at, the first thing that ever happened was the word democracy. I wanted to know what this word was. Because it's bantered about and everybody keeps telling me we live in a democracy. Okay, well what's a democracy then? So I even rang up the Houses of Parliament and asked them. That was a fascinating chat, that was. But I rang him up and I said, right, what's a democracy? And they said, oh well it's this, and it's very hard to explain. I said, well no, it's not really, is it? I said, look, I'll give you my, I'm very simple with my explanation, so I'll tell you, I mean, what have we got? Is it mob rule? Is that what you're going to call democracy, mob rule? Or is it fair? You know, is it all okay? Is it fair for everybody? Does everybody get a say? Is this, this is how it works? Well, it says, I said, well, this is my idea. Or let's say this is how I look at democracy. Legal slavery. And it's like, they go, no. That's what they always talk like that. No. They always do. I said, no, it's legal slavery. And they're like, no, it can't, and they don't. I said, okay, let's look at the legal definition of the word democracy. Okay, legal definition. The concept of liberty is at the core of all democratic processes, but as a legal concept, democracy defies definition. Now that's really strange. Why does it defy definition? Because it's legal slavery.
Is that what it says in a legal dictionary or something?
Absolutely. You can look at it. It doesn't say legal slavery, but it will say it defies definition. The reason, because they can't tell you. They don't tell you. They will if you push them hard enough. And if you get them in the right, if you get in the right quarters with these people, then they will do it. They will tell you. But you've got to get their, you've got to threaten their status. You've got to threaten their position or ridicule their position. And then they'll give you it. Then they'll tell you the truth instantly. Because they have to defend their position. Because that's why all impositions exist in the first place, because they have to defend their position. There has to be a reason for that position. So if that reason was to go away, that position won't be needed anymore, and we can't have that, can we?
They have to preserve a vested interest.
Absolutely.
That's what's built into it.
Exactly, that's what's built into the system,
That's
a
what keeps it
vested
together.
interest.
That's built into all businesses with all individuals.
Absolutely.
If they want to get rid of people, they take away their title. And you lose the
Absolutely.
person.
So you have to do that. So when you look at, so I started to look at this country we live in. I started to look at it, and I was like, right, okay. So I'm told I live in this place called England, and that's what I've been told all my life. Well, I'm not. Well, according to, I'm Cornish, so I was born in Cornwall, which is supposedly not part of England, but it happens to be on the same island. And then I get Scottish people telling me that they're nothing to do with the English, but that's again on the same part of the island, and the Welsh are telling me exactly the same. So, well, hold on a minute, you're all on the same island, surely we're all the same people. You know, to me, we're all, humanity is one family. Don't matter where we come from or what we look like, we're still all the bloody same family. We're all the same underneath, are we not? There's no difference, is there? Or is, you know, do people from other countries, do you have bigger heart than me, or, you know?
No, I mean, it's just these definitions of lands and even counties and whatever, they're all man-made concepts.
Exactly, that's what I'm getting to.
They're nowhere in the Bible.
Boundaries.
This,
They're
I mean,
boundaries.
plate tectonics, England was
Let's
somewhere
not
at
go-
the bottom of somewhere
You
else.
don't want to go towards the Bible. That's the
Yeah,
last
so-
place you ever want to explore with me.
We're just talking about, you know, the planet is,
Please.
you know, is in moving. You know, England will be in the you know, crashing towards the USA in another 10 million years. There's
Well,
all the
again,
artificial boundaries that
That's
we've
sort of like...
There's no such thing as continents. Continents are an absolutely ridiculous way of subdividing